Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Unlock Pharma with Dr. Umair. In today's lecture, we will discuss in detail the process of crystallization and different type of crystals. So first we will discuss crystallization. So what is crystallization? If in general discussion we explain the process of crystallization, we will define it as the process by which crystals are formed is known as crystallization. कोई भी प्रोसेस जिसके जरिए हम क्रिस्टल बनाएंगे तो इसको हम कहेंगे क्रिस्टलाइजेशन. अब क्रिस्टलाइजेशन में क्या होता है? क्रिस्टलाइजेशन में जैसे कि क्रिस्टल की बात हो रही है तो क्रिस्टल इज अ सॉलिड. तो इन क्रिस्टलाइजेशन सॉलिड पार्टिकल आर फॉर्म. So by forming the solid particle, the process of crystallization is actually the reversal of fusion or melting. It is the reversal of melting or fusion. As we know that in fusion or in melting, a solid particle melts, while in the process of crystallization we crystal out solid particle from any solution. Now in term of pharmaceutical, or if we explain related to the pharmaceutical field, crystallization will be defined as the removal of solid from solution by increasing the concentration above the saturation point, so that the solid particle removed out in the form of crystal. जब कभी भी हम एक मिक्सचर बनाते हैं तो उसमें हम क्या करते हैं? उसमें हम सॉल्यूट पार्टिकल को ऐड करते हैं और सॉल्यूट पार्टिकल उस सॉल्वेंट में सॉल्युबलाइज होगा. अब हम जितना अमाउंट उसमें ऐड करते जाएंगे उतना ही अमाउंट उसमें सॉल्युबलाइज होता जाएगा. एक पॉइंट आएगा जहां पर हमारे पास फर्दर सॉल्युबिलिटी नहीं होगी. नाउ दिस एग्जैक्ट पॉइंट इज नोन एज सैचुरेशन पॉइंट. Above this point, if we want to add more solute in that solvent, no further solubilization will occur and the particle will separate out. So this is actually the point which we will determine in the process of crystallization. The removal of solid from solution by increasing the concentration above the saturation point. Now there are two basic terminologies. One is precipitation and the other one is crystallization. In both the process, solid particles are separated out from the solution. Now why we differentiate both the precipitation and crystallization? There is basic point that separate both the process of precipitation and the process of crystallization. As we explained, in the process of crystallization, the solute particle is initially solubilized or dissolved in the given solvent. We then reach to a point known as saturation point, above which no further solubility occurs of that solid, and the solid is separated out in the form of crystal. Now what happened in the process of precipitation? The basic difference between precipitation and crystallization is that in the process of precipitation, the separated particle, the particle which is to be separated out, is insoluble. What happened? Particles are insoluble in solvent. In precipitation, the added particle which are then separated out is actually insoluble in that solvent. While what happened in the process of crystallization, the particle which is to be separated out in the form of crystal is actually solubilized in the solvent. That's why we say that the process of precipitation is different than that of the crystallization. After discussing the process of crystallization, now we have to know that what is crystal. So crystal is actually homogeneous solid having definite geometric shape. What does definite geometric shape mean? Any particle having a regular shape. If we break down that particle, it still will maintain its original or geometric shape. Such type of particles is known as crystal. Before explaining the crystal, there are two basic points. One is unit cell and the other one is lattice. Now, what is unit cell and what is lattice? Unit cell is actually the building block or small particle that will arrange themselves in a regular manner. Small particle or building blocks. Small particles are building blocks that will arrange themselves in a three-dimensional structure. Now the structure which will be formed after the arrangement of unit cell or after the arrangement of these small particle, we will call that arrangement or that shape as lattice. After the arrangement, a regular shape will form and that regular shape will be known as crystal lattice. There is a specific property of crystal. We know that crystal has a regular geometric shape. Now what will happen if we crush down a crystal? क्रशिंग के बाद अगर हम इसको एनालाइज करें अंडर माइक्रोस्कोप तो क्या होगा? हमारे पास जो रेगुलर शेप होगा क्रिस्टल का वो मेंटेन होगा. वो क्यों मेंटेन होगा? उसकी मेंटेनेंस की वजह यह है कि रेगुलर अरेंजमेंट है. आपके पास पार्टिकल रेगुलरली एक दूसरे के साथ, यहां पर अगर यूनिट सेल की बात करें तो ये रेगुलरली अटैच होते हैं, एक क्रिस्टल लैटेक्स बनाता है. तो इंटरनल जो बॉन्डिंग होती है वो एक रेगुलर शेप में होती है. अब अगर हम उसका आउटर सरफेस डिस्ट्रॉय करें और इनर साइड हम उसका एनालाइज करें तो एनालाइजेशन के बाद हमें पता चलता है कि जो आउटर रेगुलर शेप क्रिस्टल का मौजूद होता है आफ्टर डिस्ट्रक्शन वही शेप इंटरनली भी मौजूद होता है. और यही एक स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टी है क्रिस्टल की जो इसको सेपरेट आउट करती है या इसको सेपरेट करती है दूसरे पार्टिकल्स से. नाउ देयर आर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ crystals which are listed here. One is cubic, the other one is tetragonal, next one is orthorhombic, next one is hexagonal, and the last one is monoclinic. Now what is cubic? Cubic crystal, as the name indicates, cubic crystal, it will have a cubic structure, but there are two types. One is octahedron and the other one is dodecahedron. What is octahedron? Octahedron means the particle or the cube will have 8 faces, while dodecahedron means that the crystal will have 12 faces. Next one is tetragonal. Tetragonal is actually like a cubic crystal. अगर हम एक क्यूबिक क्रिस्टल को ले लें तो वो अलाइक क्यूबिक क्रिस्टल होगा टेट्रागोनल, लेकिन जो डिफरेंस होगा वो ये होगा कि बट लॉन्गर इन वन डायरेक्शन, दैट इज प्रिज्म. अगर हम प्रिज्म की बात करें तो प्रिज्म एक साइड पे स्ट्रेच हुआ होता है. इसका मतलब क्या है कि एक्चुअली वो होता क्यूबिक की तरह है, लेकिन अगर हम उसको एक साइड से स्ट्रेच कर दें तो दैट विल बिहेव लाइक अ टेट्रागोनल क्रिस्टल. ऑर्थोरोम्बिक क्रिस्टल. ऑर्थोरोम्बिक it behave like a rhombic prism or dipyramid. What does it mean? कि दो प्रिज्म हम ले लेंगे और दोनों को अपोजिटली हम एक दूसरे के ऊपर रख देंगे तो दो प्रिज्म आ जाएंगे डाइपायरामिड। तो ये जो शेप बनेगा तो इसको हम कहते हैं ऑर्थोरोम्बिक क्रिस्टल। हेक्सागोनल, as the name indicate, hexagonal, six faces या six edges, six corner, six sided prism, while the last one is monoclinic crystal. monoclinic crystal like tetragonal. अगर हम tetragonal की बात करें तो monoclinic tetragonal की तरह ही होगा with a slight difference. What is that slight difference? It is cute. What is cute? कि हम उसको एक साइड पे पुश कर दें, टेढ़ा सा वो बन जाएगा। तो ऐसे क्रिस्टल को हम कहेंगे monoclinic crystal. So this was an all about the crystallization, crystal and different types of crystal. In next lecture we will discuss polymorphism and different types of polymorphism that exist in the crystallization or in crystal. If you want to take a screenshot, you may take it from the board. For more videos, subscribe Unlock Pharma with Dr. Umair. Thank you.